Coming up on MCTV this week, we show you how one research plant in Monmouth is making a new discovery in farming soybeans. We also show you how students continue to celebrate Black History Month. This week starts now. Welcome to MCTV This Week with Michelle Nutting. I'm Jamie Shingothi. Thank you for joining us. The Monsanto Research Plant in Monmouth is one of the largest in the company. Owen Russell joins us in the newsroom with more information. Owen?
Monmouth-based Monsanto Research Farms have made yet another discovery with what they can do to soybeans. Monsanto is developing a new soybean oil called Soy Omega 3 that will have omega-3 supplements in it. They have also created a new soy oil called Vistiv Gold.
The problem with soybean oil has been that in order to use it, to give it the stability that they need to use it, it has to be hydrogenated. And when you hydrogenate it, it creates trans fats. And of course we all know trans fats are very bad for you.
By changing the fatty acid contents, Monsanto was able to come up with what Kozier says will be a healthier option due to the lack of hydrogenation and trans fats. The oil could also be better for the heart.
What the Vistiv Gold is, it's a soybean that produces an oil that is very stable and does not need to be hydrogenated. So you're looking at an oil that will be no trans fats, basically very, very low cholesterol, very low in saturated fats, and higher in the monounsaturated fats that are much better for you. So it's going to be a much better oil from a heart health standpoint.
With the breakthrough of Soy Omega 3, products that contain soybean oil such as salad dressings, granola bars, and many other products will contain omega 3 supplements. Before Soy Omega 3, it was not possible to have these supplements. The local soybean farmers have the potential to benefit from Monsanto's new breakthrough and see an increase in demand for their crops.
The main benefit is going to be for those farmers that are able to get those contracts, because we anticipate there will be a premium for those soybeans because they will produce a much higher quality oil.
Monsanto is the largest research farm in North America by number of plots. Jamie?
Thanks, Owen. Monsanto hosts between 4,000 to 6,000 farmers every year to talk about research.
Many people passing through the intersection of 8th Street and Broadway may have noticed the new Greek housing initiative. Around this time last spring, Alpha Xi Delta learned they would be the first women's fraternity on campus to receive a new house. Today, the women are all settled into their new home. Okay, what room is this?
This is our house manager's room. They have a roommate as well, and they get the nice little circle thing at the house, so it's pretty nice to have. Gives them a lot of light on sunny days.
Do all of the rooms have their own bathrooms? I know when we walked in here, we walked past one. Do they all have their own bathrooms?
They're quads, so they share bathrooms. So they have their own bathroom, and then downstairs, my room and 2 other girls, we share one bathroom, but generally it's 4 girls to a bathroom.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about this room?
This is our kitchen, obviously, and we're really excited to have it. We cook a lot, as our fridge will indicate. We have a lot of leftovers. We've had a lot of fun cooking. We're slowly acquiring lots of pots and pans.
Before the spring of 2010, the Alpha Xi Delta chapter at Monmouth College had no place to call home. That all changed when Greek organizations voted to have them occupy the first new women's fraternity house on campus. Finally getting to move into the house was very emotional for the women.
We had our ups and downs. We're finding out that we weren't going to move into the house in August like we originally anticipated and being moved into the fraternity complex. And then we also thought we were moving in January, so we were packed up for the last 2 months in the fraternity complex. But then when we finally got to come see the house, we saw it Valentine's Day for the first time. It was like all worth it. There was so much screaming and crying when they all got to come in and see everything.
The women had the intentions of moving into the house at the beginning of the 2010 to 2011 school year. However, while the house was still being built, the women were temporarily housed in the fraternity complex.
It's an actual home here. At the fraternity complex, it felt like more like a dorm. You didn't have big lounges like this room where you can all sit together and hang out. And we have a big kitchen that works well, so we can all cook together. So it's become more of a family atmosphere.
For the most part, the house is completely finished. Dwyer said little things need to be touched up and fixed, like heating, sodding in the front yard, and simple decorations like hanging composites and the Alpha Xi Delta letters on the exterior of the house. There are 2 main lounges on the first floor. One is used for studying, and the main lounge is used for meetings, including chapter meetings. This lounge also has a curtain that can be used during ritual chapter meetings. If you would like to help the women completely furnish the house, they are currently registered at Target. For MCTV, I'm Michelle Nutting.
Bullying and lying are current issues that tend to have a lasting effect on individuals in the world today. We take you to a play that touches on those very subjects. Crimson's Math's latest production, Lillian Hillman's The Children Hour, dealt with homosexuality, bullying, acceptance in the 1930s.
Yes, Mrs. Porter?
I think it talks about a lot of very interesting subjects. It was in the 30s, talking about homosexuality. It was very daring and shocking, and it also just has a lot of very shocking characters that are very loud and out there and very strong characters. We're doing a lot of talking about bullying, and so I'm hoping that they'll be forced to think about bullying and how they treat others and how the world looks at people.
Crimson's Mask's next play will be The Tempest, which will be held at the Orpheum Theater in Galesburg on April 9th and 10th.
Last year, President Obama hosted a 47-nation nuclear security summit in Washington, D.C. Last week's Great Decisions lecture focused on that very topic. The group discussed possible positive and negative aspects of nuclear weapons, why sanctions work and do not work, and how nuclear weapons can be used as a way to show power between countries. Another topic was how sanctions have not only a political impact on the U.S., but an economic one.
Officially saying that they have it.
The desire to have perhaps more than our fair share. So human greed, I think, both at a national and a personal level, plays a big part in these human policy or these foreign policy issues.
The next Great Decisions lecture is tonight at 7:30 in the Tartan Room of Stockdale.
Last Sunday, the Gospel Music Extravaganza was a closing celebration to end Black History Month. The United Voices of Western Inspirational Singers from Western Illinois University came to campus to join with Monmouth students, faculty, community members to praise and sing through gospel music. To open the extravaganza, Monmouth students displayed their dancing and singing talents through gospel music. Following them, the Western Choral performed, led by Dr. Alfonso Simpson Jr.
It's so important because gospel music translates to mean the good news. And in times like these, we need good news. We absolutely have to have it. But to come from Western to Monmouth College, it's my first time here, it's our first time here. And to just minister, the word of the Lord through song with everyone and to just fellowship with other believers, it was amazing.
Last weekend, Dahl Chapel was filled with sounds of flutes, clarinets, and oboes. Director Stephen Richter brought together the Monmouth Winds Band to render 7 classical sections Sunday afternoon. The concert chorale will perform next on Friday, March 18th at 7:30 in the Dahl Chapel.
On Friday, February 25th, the ladies of Alpha Zeta Delta raised awareness for autism by hosting the 3rd annual Z-Man Show. 8 Monmouth College men involved in various activities from sports to fraternities offered their crazy dance moves, talents, jokes, to sports and formal attire, all to support autism. Friends, family, students, and faculty showed their support by helping Alpha Zeta Delta raise $1,650.13 for Autism Speaks.
Our philanthropies not only affect us, but affect what we're raising money for, and trying to raise as much money as we can is what's important. So I always try to think of the kids, and this is what I'm here for, so this is where all my hard work is going.
Unreal. I mean, it's truly a whirlwind from 2 weeks ago, I don't think I knew where my hips were. And I danced in short shorts in front of all of Dahl tonight. I mean, it really is a indescribable experience. I mean, it really was a lot of fun and a lot of work, and I mean, I'm so glad to be a part of it.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. The Great Decisions Lecture Series continues tonight in the Tartan Room at 7:30. Associate Academic Dean Brent Tooley will introduce the topic Global Governance. After Hours continues tonight at 9:30 in Scotland Yard with a carnival. Come and create your own spin art. And break begins after classes on Friday. Classes resume on Monday, March 14th.
Coming up in sports after the break. Baseball's been waking up early in order to prepare to head down to Florida for spring training. Welcome back. The Monmouth indoor men's and women's track teams won their 12th and 10th conference titles last weekend in Grinnell. Head coach Roger Haynes won the Midwest Conference Coach of the Year for both men's and women's, while leading his team to a combined 17 first-place finishes and setting 4 new school records. No team other than Monmouth has claimed the men's or women's title since 2001 when Carroll won the women's title. Fighting Scots baseball team is looking to return to the Midwest Conference tournament this season after missing last season. The Scots look to improve on their 12-23 record from last season and have the team to do it. The Scots mix a core of veterans in the infield with young talent in the outfield. The Scots returned 5 seniors to the roster who look to make the Midwest Conference tournament for the 3rd time in their 4 years and the 16th time in the 18 years under the leadership of Coach Roger Sander.
We just have to play better than we did last year. We weren't very consistent last year. We played good at times, but we weren't very consistent. We need to be more consistent. We need to get some good pitching, good fielding, and timely hitting.
I think if we just play hard, a lot of the younger guys are going to get a lot of chances. So if we play hard, I think we'll be able to surprise the people in the conference and hopefully have a pretty good record, string some wins together.
Scott's first game of the season is March 5th at 8 p.m. against the Thunder of Wheaton College. This game will be played in Fort Myers, Florida for the team's spring training trip. Jamie and Michelle will be back right after this. Here are your scores for this week.
Last Wednesday, a music of a different kind was heard at After Hours. Student performers mellowed their way through song after song to entertain Monmouth College students. The first musician of the night was Ed Wimp, who performed 5 songs. The next performer was Mary Shuck, who also performed 5 songs, including Don't Stop Believing by The Journey. The final performer of the night was Connor Shields, who performed 8 songs. At the end of the concert, an audience member played an acoustic version of John Legend's Ordinary People.
It lets other students know about the student musicians here on campus. It gets the word out about them, being that they're able to express their talent.
You can find out more information about ASAP events on the Monmouth College homepage and their Facebook page.
And that's MCTV This Week. I'm Ross Donnan.
I'm Jamie Shingothi. Make sure you tune in next week for a new edition of MCTV.
And I'm Michelle Nutting. You can also watch us on the web by going to monm.edu/MCTV. We'll see you in 2 weeks.